I love all the new coaches in the NCAA. And here's why. It stretches it out again. The Pac-12 finally has a good coach. The ACC finally has a good coach. Oklahoma wasn't left out in the water. They got Brent Venables. Like, that's still a good coach, and he's just going to learn how to recruit very quickly. He's a very good defensive coordinator, though. You're looking at a situation where Alabama's not running roughshod over all of recruiting anymore. Hell, they barely got into the playoff this year. I mean, mind you, Georgia just just choked again against Alabama. So that's cool. Never listening to y'all again. Never listening to y'all again. Oh, Georgia defense. Oh, Georgia running backs. Georgia quarterback. I'm gonna just say it like this: when it comes to Alabama, Georgia can't play. I don't know what it is. Can't get it together. Dog water. Straight fail. I don't know what's going on with them. Like, #1 defense in the nation, and you lost to Bryce Young. That is crazy. He's about to get a Heisman because of that. That's insane. I don't get it. But that's just me. What else? Anything else? Last but certainly not least, probably not last but certainly not least about this video. Notre Dame needs to join a conference. Is it fun being 11-1 and just being shelved to some bowl game when you could join a conference, win a conference championship, move on to represent a conference in that conference championship while going to play a top 4? And I know you lost your coach, but hey, let's just put this out there. If they had somehow slid into the college football playoff, it would have just been because one of the top 4 teams lost. Lost bad enough for them to be like, oh yeah, them. Just push them in there. We don't know. We just don't care. But instead, Alabama wins versus Georgia. Georgia doesn't really have a bad loss against it, but only against Alabama. Michigan's only bad loss against Michigan State. They beat Ohio State and Iowa for a Big Ten championship. And Cincinnati went undefeated, played for the conference championship, and won. So congratulations to those 4. Who's going to win the national championship? There's a possibility that Michigan could be in the national championship. Excuse me. It's Alabama versus Cincinnati. I wouldn't say that that's a toss-up. I think Alabama's defense ends up stopping Cincinnati. And Bryce Young just does a rest. Meanwhile, it's Georgia and Michigan. And I really don't know who wins that one. That's the literal toss-up. No clue. We'll have to see on that. And then the Heisman stuff. But the big thing is Notre Dame. I don't get it. Hey, you're historically known with the Big Ten. Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Indiana, Purdue. Why not just join that conference? Join the conference, represent. Maybe they put you in the East, so it's maybe a Michigan versus a Notre Dame in the Big Ten championship. Maybe it's an Ohio State versus Notre Dame Big Ten championship. You see where I'm going with this? It's insane that Notre Dame goes through this every year. I think this is part of the reason that Brian Kelly left. And I hope that your new coach does very well. But it's hard to keep going undefeated and that be the only criteria you need to be in the college football playoff. Otherwise, y'all really just keep wasting good teams with these whack bowl games. Sports Logic.